Hello, I'm Scott Bulkey here with one half of your Dana White Contender Series fight, Tommy Little T Cuozzi. How you doing today?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing good. And how are you feeling ahead of this upcoming fight?
Man, we're feeling ready. I'm super excited. Week one just passed yesterday,
Yep.
and it was cool to see everybody fight for contracts. It was cool to see how it's going to work this season, very similar to other seasons. And it kind of shows what Dana White's looking for. So I have my cheat sheet, and I'm ready to throw down next Tuesday.
And what did you make of the fights yesterday? Because obviously, like Dana was saying to people, that isn't how you get contracts. To get contracts, you have to come onto the show and actually show something. How did you interpret that?
So I think now as a fighter, I'm conflicted in terms of I'd prefer to win safe over to
Yeah.
lose dangerously. However, this is for the biggest stage ever.
Yeah.
We're going to the highest step you could possibly go to. He's not there. He didn't invite us onto the show to watch us play it safe. He didn't invite us on the show to see us strike maybe one more time than the other guy. He invited us to watch us perform and to see what we had to offer and why, we have to prove why we're worthy to be in the UFC. And staying back and staying safe isn't going to prove that. So I agree with the fact that, you need to come up, you need to show up and show out. And that's exactly what we plan to do next Tuesday.
Now, you say you like to play it safe. However, if you just look at your record, it's all seven first round finishes and just a second round. Do you mean play it safe and then get to that second round?
So play it safe as in, you don't want to rush
Yeah.
in with no regard for what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of,
Just rough.
self-preservation.
Yeah.
However, you do want to push the pace. A lot of people aren't accustomed to the pressure of a fight, and once you push that pace and apply that pressure, it's really hard to respond to it if you haven't prepared for it. So safety is one concern, but on the other end, especially this fight, we are, it's a tactical pressure. It's not I'm gonna rush in and Tasmanian devil this thing. We're going to be tactical, be sound, be safe, all while applying that steady pressure.
And since we last spoke, it was ahead of your Eric fight back in last November. You got the win, defended the title. Since then, you've moved weight classes completely down to featherweight. You won that title against Giovanni, and you're now here at the Contender Series in a featherweight showcase as well. Are you wanting to stay at featherweight, or once you get to the UFC, you're going to go back up to lightweight?
I think for now, featherweight's the moves. Once I put on a little size, I think moving up to lightweight wouldn't be a horrible decision. Both are such exciting weight classes. They both
Yeah.
have guys that I'd be honored to share the cage with. So either way, but it depends on where my body goes. I like to eat, but at the same time, if I'm going to do featherweight, I need to make sure that I keep my weight at a certain range and don't get up too high so the weight cut isn't as draining.
And obviously, you're going to go on there, get that first round knockout, secure that contract. What fights are you looking forward to the most in that featherweight division?
Whoever they give me, honestly, I'm to the point now where it's weird because I'm where I've dreamed of being. We
Yeah.
set this goal at 10 years old and we're here, we're one step away and it doesn't feel like it, like my first UFC fight, I feel like I'm gonna fangirl because it's somebody in the UFC and I'm fighting you and it's like, dude, this is so cool. And if I ever get to a big name like Alex Volk, it's like yeah, I'm a fan. Like I have nothing but respect for these guys, and I don't know. I might get them to sign my arm or something.
So just in the cage, can you just sign this glove for me?
Yeah, please, can you sign this? We have to fight tomorrow, but
I mean, but we'll fight tomorrow, but that can deal with that then. Just sign this.
yeah, we'll go get some food after.
And when did you hear about this opportunity?
So this was back in April, in somewhere late April, early May. I was on my honeymoon and about midnight in Japan, I got a text saying we got you an opponent. I knew that they were looking,
Yeah.
but it was up in the air, and they were like, "Hey, we got you an opponent." And so we did the only thing that was reasonable at the time and stay up for the next 1 to 2 hours until about 1 to 2 a.m. in Japan and researched. So it was cool. It was exciting, but it was also midnight, so I couldn't jump up in the air and celebrate super loudly. So we were just nerves bottled up, researching everything that I could.
And obviously, it must have been a nice. You've obviously a nice present from the UFC to give you for your honeymoon.
Absolutely, they did that with my honeymoon and mine, of course.
Well, was that like the best gift out of them all?
That's hard to say. It was definitely a great gift, but Japan was a nice experience at the same time. Got to spend that with my wife, so it was cool.
And how has it been to be obviously at your gym? It is that family owned. How has it been to have that first fighter get onto the big stage?
It it feels like something we're doing is working. I definitely it's a blessing. I definitely feel blessed. I feel like it's not only us moving, it's not only me moving, it's all of us.
Yeah.
And I feel like something we're doing is working, and I feel just blessed overall. God's good all the time. All the time God is good.
And what do you feel like your strengths are in this matchup?
I hope everywhere. But I'm not sure, honestly. He brings a lot to the table, and I hope I bring a lot to the table as well. It's going to be an explosive fight. I'm hoping I can take it wherever works best for me, whether that's stand up or ground. I never like giving anything away, but
Yeah.
either way, we're going to make sure it's an exciting fight. Like we discussed first, we know what Dana White wants. We know he wants a show. We know he doesn't want to go in there and see two guys play patty cake for 15 minutes.
And when are you wanting to return after this? Because obviously, I can't remember the exact name. It was like the Russian who got that knockout. He wants to return 4 days at UFC 319. When are you looking to get back into the cage?
The right answer is whenever they tell me. Whenever they decide like, hey, this is when you're going. But I'd like a little bit of time after to be fat if I could manage that. I'm definitely a fat kid at heart and I love to eat, but when a fight's coming up, I'm not going to be able to throw down 15 burgers. I'm going to
Yeah.
have to tone it down, eat my turkey burgers and salads and do the healthy thing, which I don't mind. I like healthy food too, but I just want to be fat for a little bit. And then if they go, you got to fight soon, cool.
So
You're
is
the boss, man. Tell me what to do.
after you get that contract, is it straight to a burger joint?
So the plan is if I can eat in the venue is Bonchon, which is a Korean double fried chicken place. And they're 4 minutes from the venue. We passed them last time and I did my research so I know the exact distance. And I'm gonna see if I can order some Bonchon to the venue right after the fight. I'll offer Dana White some. Hopefully he likes Korean double fried chicken. But I think that'll be the first meal, but it'll be the first of many that night.
Is that your bribe to Dana? Like, just give me the contract and you can take some of this food?
Yeah, like, hey, maybe it wasn't up to par. Take contract for food. No, he's gonna be the new boss man. Gotta leave a good impression. And what better way to do it than sharing some food?
And what did you make of the new TV deal? Because it sounds like Dana White said bonuses are increasing as well due to it.
Yeah, I think bonuses excluded. I think it's a great thing. I mean, bonuses included, it's a great thing as well. But I think it's great. I think it's UFC is going to become more widely watched. I think it's more available now. It's cheaper rather than spending over $1,000 on pay-per-view events. If you get every one, you're spending what is it, $8 a month,
Yeah,
something like that, $12. So it's
it's eight with
you know,
advent.
yeah, just over 1,000 to 150 per year. That's insane. So I think it's definitely this is the move to bring UFC up even further in terms of higher scale sports up there with NBA, NFL, MLB. Not that it already wasn't, but I think it's definitely going to bring more revenue, more fans all around.
And do you feel like it is going to start to try and put an end to the ongoing argument of fighter pay? Because obviously the bonuses are going up, so hopefully in return might mean a bigger starting salary.
I I think it could help. I'm not 100% sure, but I I think so far with my dealings and discussions, it seems like I can't say if fighter pay has gone up or down,
Yeah.
but they seem to be doing well with it. So hopefully it sticks like that. And if it goes up, great. If not, great still.
And like you said, Volkanovski is the current champion of that division. How do you feel like all your skills kind of hone up to the champ?
I like a scrap. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
always my mindset is there's always somebody better than you. Always. And every fight that I have, my opponent's the one that's better than me. Right? I have to work my way up past you. Right? This fight up here, Ramiro's better than me. Work past him. That's the goal. So whoever my opponent ends up being, he's the goal, and I have to get past him. So if my skill is up to par with him, that's great. It's gonna be a scrap. If it's not, we're gonna learn, and we're gonna learn the hard way. But I think I could keep up. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I can beat Volk right now. That's a little ambitious, but I think I could keep up a little bit.
I mean, rumor has it Ilya left the featherweight division because you heard you were appearing in the season.
That's exactly what it was. I'm gonna call Ilya out after this.
He's running. He's ducking
Yeah,
you.
he doesn't want it.
And obviously, the UFC is the end goal. Do you feel like you're going to have those mini goals? Obviously, get into the UFC first, have that first UFC fight. I think that's the best way to look at it instead of going, you're now in the UFC, let's go for that title now.
Absolutely. So I always think you should have a goal, right? Like before we mentioned my opponent's my next goal. It's
Yeah.
always they're better than me, let me get better than them. Whether they are or they aren't, I'm going to tell myself that they're better than me and I have to surpass them. But I think that's absolutely the best way to do it is to always have another goal. I never want to be completely 100% content with where I am. You know, like don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that I've made it here. I'm happy and blessed that we're to this point. But now the goal is get into the UFC, right? And then the goal is win my first UFC fight. And then it's win my second UFC fight. Whenever they give me a title, win the title. And long term, we'd like to be main event title fight UFC and win. And then after that, there's another goal, right? Defend the title. So I think you should always have a next step.
And then after that, it's go to lightweight, so Ilya can't duck you anymore.
Well, and then he goes to 170.
That's true. And obviously, there has been that discussion of who is the GOAT in that featherweight division. Is it Volkanovski? Is it Ilya? Or is it Max Holloway? Who do you feel like is that number one in the featherweight division? Or is it someone else?
I think in terms of featherweight, it's Volkanovski right now. I think Ilya and Topuria are both lightweight. I think even Max was like, I don't want to do featherweight anymore
Yeah.
because it's a tough cut, and those guys they're big, so they're cutting a lot. So I think right now Volk's the main goal, but the biggest goal is I think whoever's number one. We gotta be number one pound for pound in the world.
Exactly. And when do you normally start the cut for featherweight?
So we start fight camp about 3 months out and we start the cut right then and there. And early days of the cut are like you can have a little more carbs, right? You can have a little more sugar here and there. Not like go eat Rice Krispie treats
Yeah.
and Swedish fish, but you can have a little leniency. Your portion sizes are bigger, and then about halfway through camp, we cut those. At the end, we cut that. So I'm in the last stages of the diet now, and we're definitely hungry, but we're still doing good. We're training this week and feeling good during training. So it's
Now, are you
about it's a 3 month process, I would say.
Now, are you hungry for food or are you hungry for that scrap and get that contract?
Both physically and metaphorically hungry. I might eat in the cage in between rounds if we make it that far. A little water, burger, kind of swap them. But no, I'm very excited, and I think the coolest, or one of the coolest, I shouldn't say the coolest, but weigh-ins are at 9 a.m. on Monday, Vegas time,
Yeah.
which is awesome. So I don't have to wait all day until 5, 6 p.m. to weigh in. So we had to weigh in, rehydrate, eat food, and we're gonna keep it moderately clean after weigh-ins. We don't want to be sluggish and bloated for the fight. So we'll keep it moderately clean, but I get to kind of hop off the diet for a day and a half until the fight. So it's kind of nice.
And make sure you guys tune into the Contender Series next week, where you can see your soon-to-be UFC champion fight for his UFC contract, and he's going to bring the cage, bring the action, get the finish. Is there anything you'd like to add or anything else wanting to shout out?
I just want to say, it's all God. Like I said before, we're here because of him. I'm here because of my family, my friends, all the support that I've been shown, my sponsors. Everybody's great. I wouldn't be here by myself. You guys brought me here. Scott brought me here. He's talking to me today. He took time out of his day, and this is the second time we've talked, and each time is great. So I appreciate every single one of you, and hopefully we can bring home the win next week.
And I know we'll be speaking ahead of your first UFC fight very shortly.
I can't wait.